So after quartile deviation and standard deviation, we will start mean deviation. Before moving towards the numerical part of mean deviation, let's understand the meaning of mean deviation first. As mean deviation is also known as average deviation, or you can say it is also known as first movement of dispersion. Okay, it is also known as the first movement of dispersion and average deviation. So basically in mean deviation, there is a series and in which the mean deviation of series is arithmetical average of the deviation of various items from which we measure central tendency. It can be either mean, it can be either median, or it can be either mode. So while taking deviation mathematical, sign of plus and minus are ignored. So when we do the when we calculate the deviation, the mathematical sign plus and minus are ignored. Uh, some of the basically some of the definitions of mean deviation says that mean deviation basically is a series of magnitudes in the arithmetical mean of their deviation from an average value, either mean or either median. Okay, so while calculating mean deviation, we have to first calculate the value of mean. Then after that, we will calculate mean deviation. Similarly, first of all, we have to calculate the value of median, and after that, we have to calculate the value of median deviation. Okay, so in median deviation, it may be calculated on the basis of deviation from any of the three averages, either from mean, either from median, or either from mode. Okay, but while doing practical questions, or while taking practical mode, it is practically it is not used. Okay, many times the value of mode is uncertain. So while calculating the deviation, mode is not used. Mainly median and mean values are used for calculating the deviation. Okay, so you can see on your screen the formula of mean deviation and median deviation, also the coefficient of mean deviation and median deviation. As mean deviation is a absolute measure of dispersion, and coefficient of mean deviation is relative measure of dispersion. Okay, so we do the calculation, understand the calculation for both mean deviation and coefficient of mean deviation or median deviation. So first of all, what we have to do is that we have to calculate the mean and the value of median, and on the basis of the value of mean or median, we will calculate the mean deviation. Okay, on the basis of average, mean or median, we have to calculate the value of mean deviation. Okay, so deviations in deviation, signs are basically ignored. The plus sign and minus sign is ignored, and it is not taken while calculating the series. Okay, when we calculate the series with the help of average, mean and median, so this sign of plus and minus is ignored. Okay, so basically we can say that in this given formula, which you can see in your screen, so the value of mean is denoted by dx bar, and value of median is denoted with dm. Okay, and md is mean deviation or deviation. So the dx is for mean and dm is for median, for calculating median. If we are calculating mean deviation, then formula is sigma dx bar divided by n, and if we are calculating with median, then dm divided sigma dm divided by n. Okay, similarly, when we calculate the coefficient of mean deviation and median deviation, so the formula is mean, if we are calculating deviation from mean, so the formula is mean deviation divided by x bar. This MD is mean deviation and this MD is median deviation. Okay, if we are calculating for mean, then mean deviation divided by x bar. If we are calculating deviation for median, then it is median deviation divided by m. Okay, so this is how we calculate the coefficient of mean deviation. Now we will do question further for calculating mean deviation and coefficient of mean and median for this particular question. So in this question we will calculate mean deviation and its coefficient for mean and median for the following prices. Prices are given 210, 220, 225, 225, 225, 335, 235, 240, 250, 270 and 280. Okay, so we will start with the solving this question. So now we will solve this question first. So let's put the value of x, or you can say let's put the value of price first, which is 210, 220, 225, again 225, again 225, 235, after that 240, then 250, 270, then 280. Okay, so these are the value of x, right? So what we have to calculate? We have to calculate deviation from mean and deviation from median. Okay, so for calculating deviation from mean, first of all, we have to calculate the value of mean and the value of median. So formula for calculating mean and median is, first of all, we have to add all the value in the series and then we have to divide it by the total number. So this given series is this. So we have to add all these and then we have to divide it by the total number. So if we talk about the value of n, so n is equal to, so there are total 10 values. Okay, so n is equal to 10 and after that we have to add all these values, okay, together. So let's add all the values. 225 plus 225 plus 225 plus 235 plus 240 plus 250, then 270, after that 280. Okay, so the value of sigma x, or you can say the sum of the series, is 2380. So sum is 2380. Okay, so this is sigma x. We can also call it sigma x. So if we have to calculate the value of mean, so basically mean value is sigma x bar is equal to summation x divided by n. So total of sum of the series is 2380 divided it by total number, which is 10. So mean is 238. Okay, so mean is equal to 238. So how this is how we calculate the value of mean for this given data. So now we will calculate the deviation from mean for with the help of this calculated mean. Let me first erase it. This 238. Okay, this 238. Okay, so deviation from mean or from, you can say it from 238. Okay, deviation from 238. So what is deviation here? This dx bar. Okay, so this is the deviation. Now, similarly, first of all, we have to calculate the value of median. Then we have to calculate the deviation from that median. So, how we have to calculate the median? So, first of all, we have to find out the median number. So, formula for median number is n plus 1 divided by 2th item. So, m number, which is also known as m number, is equal to n plus 1 divided by 2th item. Okay. So, what is the value of n? Value of n is 10. 10 plus 1 divided by 2. So, the value will come 11 divided by 2 is 5.5. So as a median number is 5.5, so this value will lie between 225 and 235. So when your median number is in points, if your median number is in points, so you have to follow one more step. In that step, you have to consider both these value and you have to divide it by 2. So you have to add both these value and then you have to divide it by 2 so that you can get the value of median. Okay, this is how we get the actual value of median. So 225 plus 235 and divided it by 2. So let's use the calculator. 225 plus 235, then divided it by 2. So the answer is 230. So here median is 230. You can say median is 230. Okay, median is 230. So what you can say that here deviation from 230. Okay, so now we will calculate the value of deviation from this mean and from this median. Okay, so when we calculate the value of deviation from mean and median, then we put these value in this formula. Okay, so let me erase this first. Okay. So now what we do? We will do the calculation of calculating deviation from mean and deviation from median. Okay. Let's start the calculation for deviation from mean and deviation from median. So I have already told you that we will ignore the sign of plus and minus in this. Okay, we will not consider the sign of plus and minus. So we will do the calculation of deviation from this value of mean and value of x. Again, from median, the value of median and value of x is considered. Okay, so we will take the difference for calculating deviation for both mean and median. So 238 and 210. Okay, so we will take this difference. So this is basically 28. After that, 238 and 220 is 118. Then 225 and 238 is 13, again 13, again 13, and 235 and 238 is basically the difference is 3, and here the difference is 2. There is a difference of 12, and 270 and 238, here is the difference of 32, and here is the difference of 42. Okay, so this is how we calculate this. Now we will take the difference of this price and median value, which is 230. So difference of 210 and 230 is 20. Then 10. After that 5. Again 5, 5. Difference of 235 and 230 again 5. Difference of 240 and 230 is 10. Difference of 250 and 230 is 10. Difference, no 12, it's 20 basically. Okay. After that, there is a difference of 40 and then 50. Okay. So this is how we calculate the deviation from mean and deviation from median. So deviation is denoted by uh, basically dx and the sign of this, and this is denoted with dm. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to do the sum of this. Okay, sum of dx. Okay, and then again here we have to do sum of d. Okay, so let's first do the sum of deviation from mean. So it is basically 28 plus 18 plus 13 plus 13, again 13, after that 3, 2 plus 12 plus 32 plus 42. So it is 176. Okay, what is this? 176. So the value of sigma dx is 176. Now mean value of sigma dm. Okay. So what are the value? 20 plus 10 plus 20 plus 10 plus 20 plus 40 and plus 50. It's 170. So value basically 170. Okay, so we have calculated deviation from mean and deviation from median. Value of deviation from mean is 176 and value of deviation from median is 170. Okay, so what we have to do in this next stage, we have to put all these value in this given formula. Okay, so now let's calculate the mean deviation and the median deviation. Let me first put these value here. So for better understanding, okay. So value are 176, 176, and this is 170. Okay. So when we have to calculate the median deviation, so median deviation, okay, formula is summation dx divided by n. Total number is 10. Okay, we have to find out this value. After then, median deviation. Median deviation is equal to mean dm. Okay, divided by n. So what will be the answer is 170 divided by 10. Okay, so here the value come is 17.6 basically, okay, and the value here is 17. So median deviation, the value from median deviation is 17 and value from mean deviation is 17.6. Okay, so if we have to write these value, 17.6 and here the value is 17. So this is how we calculate deviation from mean and median. First of all, we have to calculate the averages of both mean and median. The formula for calculating mean is sum of given series and divided by total number. After that, we have to calculate the deviation. With the help of that mean, we will calculate the deviation. While calculating deviation, the sign of plus and minus are ignored. We will not consider the sign of plus and minus like we did in central tendency. While calculating central tendency, we have considered the plus minus sign, but while calculating deviation, we will not consider the sign of minus and plus for both mean and median. So this is how we calculate mean deviation and median deviation. So for calculating coefficient of mean and median, So for calculating the coefficient of mean and median, the formula is mean deviation divided by x bar. The formula is median deviation divided by x bar. Okay. So for coefficient, the formula is median deviation divided by x bar. Okay, when we calculate mean deviation, so the value of mean deviation is 17.6 and we have to divide it by x bar. X bar value is 238. What is the value? 238. Okay, so when we do the calculation, and for mean deviation again, it is mean deviation, sorry, for coefficient of mean deviation divided by median. So which is, the value is 17 and median deviation is, sorry, x bar in this case is 230 divided by 230. Okay, so if we calculate the value of coefficient of mean deviation, 17.6 divided by 238. 238. So the answer is 0.073. 0.073. Okay, when we calculate the value of median deviation, so the answer is 17 divided by 230. So the answer is 0.074. So if we write all the answers, so mean deviation equal to 17.6. Okay, coefficient of mean deviation is equal to 0.074. Okay, if we talk about median deviation, then it is equal to 17. Okay, and coefficient of median deviation is equal to 0.074. Okay, so these are the value of mean deviation, mean coefficient of mean deviation, median deviation, and coefficient of median deviation. Okay, so this is how we calculate the mean deviation and coefficient of median deviation. I hope you understand this.